Carbo Animalis, known in homeopathy as animal charcoal, is made by charring oxhide and potentizing the resulting substance through trituration. This process transforms the raw material into a deeply acting remedy that addresses physical, emotional, and systemic stagnation. Its applications are particularly relevant for chronic ailments involving indurated or hardened glands, sluggish venous circulation, and extreme exhaustion. It acts as a vital support in cases with malignant tendencies or severe tissue decay. Carbo Animalis is often indicated in individuals with a constitutional predisposition towards scrofula or chronic glandular diseases or venous stasis. These individuals may exhibit a weakened vitality, poor circulation, and chronic conditions that slowly degrade their quality of life. Carbo Animalis embodies the concept of stagnation and decay. Patients who require this remedy often feel emotionally and physically drained. Their lives seem weighed down by chronic illnesses or unresolved grief. They may display a meditative and introspective nature, with long periods of solitude and deep contemplation. Homesickness, or a longing for familiar surroundings, combined with feelings of emotional isolation, anxiety and fear, particularly in the dark or during the evening. A tendency towards sadness and melancholy, often alternating with brief moments of cheerfulness. Consider an elderly man who has retired and moved far from his hometown. He spends most of his days reminiscing, avoiding social interaction and complaining about persistent fatigue and bodily discomfort. This encapsulates the Carbo Animalis personality. The physical state of a Carbo Animalis patient reflects their systemic depletion, bluish or purplish skin, particularly over affected areas such as glands or extremities, indicating poor venous circulation. Hard, swollen glands in the neck, groin or axilla, often painful and tender to the touch. A pale, ashen complexion with cold and clammy extremities, indicative of reduced vitality and circulation. Offensive discharges from ulcers, glands or wounds, signaling systemic decay or decomposition. Carbo Animalis is a remedy with broad applications across mental, emotional, and physical domains. Its core symptoms reflect its deep impact on systemic stagnation and vitality. General symptoms: profound weakness and exhaustion, particularly after illnesses, surgeries, or prolonged physical strain. Burning pain, which worsens with touch, particularly in indurated or affected areas. Hypersensitivity to cold air, with symptoms intensifying in cold, dry environments. A sensation of heaviness and stiffness in the body, with a marked tendency toward fatigue. Mental and emotional symptoms: persistent feelings of sadness and homesickness, often with tearfulness. Anxiety and fear, especially at night or in the dark. A preference for solitude, avoiding conversations or social settings. Head: severe headaches that feel as though the skull is splitting apart. These are often accompanied by a sensation of pressure and tightness. Eyes and ears: sensations of looseness in the eye sockets and difficulty localizing sounds, which seem to come from a distant or unclear source. Skin: copper-colored eruptions, spongy ulcers, and hard nodules that may take a long time to heal. Gastrointestinal system: weak digestion, bloating, and an aversion to fatty or greasy foods. Symptoms often include cramping, sour regurgitation, and flatulence. Glandular symptoms: indurations or hard swellings in the glands, often with purulent, offensive discharges. Reproductive system: women experience burning pain in the cervix, dark clotted menstrual flow, and acrid leukorrhea. Men may present with testicular pain, swelling, or malignancies. Chest and respiratory system: suffocative cough with green, purulent, and offensive expectoration, a cold sensation in the chest with difficulty breathing, and fibrocystic changes in the breasts. Children requiring Carbo Animalis often present with severe fatigue and glandular involvement. Common features include pale, bluish skin and lips indicating poor oxygenation or venous stagnation. Swollen and tender glands in the neck or groin. General irritability due to burning or aching pains. Example: a child recovering from a chronic infection such as tuberculosis shows significant fatigue, refuses to engage in play, and complains of pain in their swollen glands. Carbo Animalis provides relief by restoring vitality and resolving glandular inflammation. Carbo Animalis offers profound support for women dealing with chronic gynecological conditions and systemic fatigue. When it comes to menstrual and reproductive complaints, it can address heavy, dark, clotted menstrual bleeding, often accompanied by extreme exhaustion afterward. Women may experience burning and stinging pains in the cervix or uterus, sometimes extending down the thighs. Acrid leukorrhea that stains clothing yellow and is associated with irritation and burning is another common symptom. Postpartum and lactation issues are also areas where Carbo Animalis can be beneficial. Nursing mothers may suffer from severe fatigue, feeling unable to move or speak. They might also experience burning breast pain with indurations or nodules in the mammary glands. Emotionally, postpartum depression characterized by apathy and emotional detachment from loved ones can be alleviated. There is often a heightened fear of darkness or being alone. For example, a mother recovering from childbirth feels drained, struggles with feeding her child due to burning breast pain, and remains emotionally detached. Carbo Animalis restores her physical and emotional well-being. Peculiar symptoms of Carbo Animalis include burning pain, particularly in indurated or swollen glands, which worsens with touch. There might be blue or purple discoloration of the skin and affected areas due to venous stagnation. Homesickness, coupled with a meditative, reflective state of mind, is also a notable symptom. Confirmatory symptoms include chronic glandular indurations with offensive discharges and extreme fatigue after minor physical or emotional exertion. Symptoms tend to worsen in cold air but improve with warmth and gentle pressure. Differential diagnosis. Carbo Animalis is distinguished from similar remedies by its unique focus on burning pain, glandular indurations, and emotional isolation. Sulfur. Sulfur patients may be contemplative and melancholic, but tend to feel warm, unlike Carbo Animalis patients who are chilly. Conium. Both remedies address glandular swellings, but conium focuses on vertigo and stony hard glands without the burning pain seen in Carbo Animalis. Carbo Vegetabilis. While both address systemic exhaustion, Carbo Vegetabilis patients crave fresh air and focus more on digestive complaints. Sepia is more suited to hormonal and emotional imbalances in women, but lacks Carbo Animalis's venous congestion and glandular indurations. Applications. Carbo Animalis serves as a vital remedy for chronic glandular diseases, including indurations, abscesses, and malignant conditions, exhaustion and systemic depletion, particularly after illnesses or surgeries, emotional distress characterized by isolation, homesickness, and anxiety, gynecological issues such as painful menstruation, postpartum fatigue, and burning breast pain, digestive disturbances with a weak stomach and aversion to fats. Conclusion. Carbo Animalis is a deep-acting remedy that addresses both physical and emotional stagnation. It is especially suited for those battling severe chronic illnesses, glandular indurations, or systemic depletion. By alleviating burning pain, restoring vitality, and offering relief from emotional despair, it remains an essential tool in homeopathy capable of transforming lives through its profound healing properties. Disclaimer. This information is provided for professional homeopathic practitioners only. The author assumes no responsibility or liability for any misuse or improper application of the remedy. This remedy should only be used under the supervision of a qualified homeopathic practitioner. That's all for today. Do you know what is holistic treatment? Feel free to share in the comments below. If you'd like to learn about new remedies, let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to cover them as soon as possible.